Hey guys, welcome back for another video. It's me, Wintry Will. So you guys know a few days ago I made a video about my expectations towards my second year of college. And in that video I talked about how I was so committed in doing IT, specifically in network and system administration. Yeah, can we just talk about that for a second, because there has been a major change. And I'm not just talking about big change, I mean an actual, literal major change. So I changed my major again. This is the fourth time. And I know before I said I switched it 8 to 9 times, but technically half of those are like concentration changes, which does not count because if you're switching concentrations, you're technically still in the same program. And on top of that, some of them, or a few of them, I mean, were just considered or is thought of, but they haven't been strongly pursued, so I also don't want to count those two. So really, it just narrowed down to 6 programs and 4 major changes. Yes. So the majors I've been pursuing, or at least have been enrolled in, are digital media, which is the initial program I started with when I applied back in high school. And I don't count that as a switch because it's my initial program. And my second is undecided/exploratory, which is a program that I was put into because I was trying to get into a different program. So the undecided exploratory program was part of a placeholder for me until I could get into the third one, which is media and film studies, which is the actual first switch. Then 4 is marketing, which is the second switch. And then 5 is IT, or information technology. And I have switched concentrations in IT, but those don't count as me switching from IT to a different degree because they're all in the same IT program. So that's why I didn't count those, because they technically fall into the same category as information technology. And I'm proud to announce the final one, hopefully, and the 6th major and the 4th switch is management information systems. But before I begin on what information systems is and why I wanted to do it, let's talk about the rules of what counts as a major switch and what does not count. So the rules for a major to count as a switch is if serious actions and steps were taken, if required courses were actively taken, if the change was intentional and desired. It does not count as a switch if the program was my initial or starting point, in this case, digital media, or a temporarily placeholder or forced, in this case, the undecided/exploratory program, because I was forced to be in that as a placeholder until I could get into the program that I actually wanted to do and apply for. Or considered, interested, or have thought of. For example, let's say, oh, I think chemistry is interesting. Let me look at the curriculum. Yeah, that would not count as a major change because you were just interested, you were curious, but you didn't actually pursue or take in any serious actions. And the final rule, which kind of ties along with the last one I just mentioned, discussed with an advisor without taking any serious actions. For example, let's say I talk with my advisor about doing cybersecurity instead. I would set up a meeting, talk about the graduation plan, what courses I have to take, what the application process will look like for transition students, or in all the credits that will count towards the major, like any other requirements like co-ops and anything like that, really. But I did not go through with it. I did not take the courses, the prerequisites. I did not take the application or anything like that. I did not do anything. I just talked with an advisor to get their advice and get all the information I need before I make my decision. But I did not make my decision. So those are all of the rules when a program does not count as a switch, if that makes any sense. So yeah, my major did change 5 times, or I should say my program changed 5 times, but I switched 4 times because one of them does not count. Actually, no, 2 of them does not count. So I hope that makes sense. And I guess I should not be telling people I switched my major 8 to 9 times because that is not true or accurate, because like I said, some of these programs were part of the IT thing, or I mean concentrations were part of the IT program. So they all fall underneath that program. So those don't count, which gets rid of like half of them. And then the other ones were more like considered or a thought of, but I didn't actually do anything. So I don't really count those as switches either, or I shouldn't count those as switches either. Anyways, back to the change that I am doing right now. I'm trying to get into management information systems in the business college. So, you might be wondering, or not, what is information systems? So, information systems is, well, by textbook definition, the main purpose of an information system is to collect, process, store, and distribute data to support decision making and operations within an organization. Essentially, it transforms raw data into useful information that can be used to improve efficiency, enhance productivity, and achieve organizational goals. So, what's the difference between IT and IS? Because it's clear that I wanted to do IT still by doing the switch, but I wanted to focus more on business. So IT focuses on the technical infrastructure like hardware, software, and networks, while information systems, or IS, is a broader field that integrates IT with business strategy, process, and people to achieve organizational goals. Think of IT as the tools and IS as the overarching system and strategy for using those tools to make decisions and improve business operations. So I hope that makes sense. Basically, IT is the tools, IS is how to use it for business. So that's basically the long story short there, if you were just still trying to process what I just said. By the way, I found all these on Google, so, and AI overview. But the reason why I wanted to change is because I wanted to focus more on business and technology. I definitely did not want to do business analytics. I still wanted to do something in IT, but like I said, I wanted to implement business into it. Especially when I previously mentioned I wanted to get into this banking company, and they have a leadership program. And you know what will help me get to leadership, like leadership roles and management roles? Management information systems. I mean, it's clearly in the name, management. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do it, especially when I've been working on getting into this banking company, getting into their leadership programs and internships. So I feel like this would be very useful. I mean, IS and IT, you can get into similar jobs, but with IS, you kind of be like the bridge between IT and business departments. So you'll be helping the business departments work with the IT departments, which is pretty handful, I would say, and it makes you more versatile in terms of skills and knowledge, which is pretty cool. And I don't have to worry about AI taking over management and leadership, or at least for now. For now, there are other reasons too, such as me wanting to get into like more business oriented co-ops and internships. And I also get to network and meet other business professionals and students, which I feel like would be very useful to have. And it will help me develop more confidence and leadership characteristics and skills, which will be also be useful to have too. And there are some minor reasons, like one, I just like the building of the business college, and two, there's a bunch of women in the business college that I want to connect with and possibly form a relationship with. So, I mean, take it as you will. But obviously, the main reason is passion, co ops, and more job opportunities. That's obviously the answer. If you switch a major because of a building or because there are more girls in the program you want to form a relationship, then what the heck are you even doing? You know, that's not me. I wouldn't do that just solely for that. But I only have one barrier to beat. It's called calculus. I have to take calculus 1 before I can get into the College of Business. Well, actually, business calculus, not actual calculus that engineers and mathematic majors take. I have to take a business calculus, which you'd think it would be, oh, okay, that's not bad. I'm kind of worried about it because I've never taken calculus in high school before. I did take college algebra just last school year, but now I'm actually diving into calculus and I'm kind of worried because obviously calculus is kind of difficult, especially the second one. But for me, in my situation, I have to take the first one before I can actually get into the business college because it's a prerequisite course. So technically, I'm not declared an IS major. It's more so I'm declared as an IT major taking business courses who's trying to transition myself into the business college for information systems. But I'm not going to put that on my professional profiles or just tell people that because that's too long of a sentence. I'm just going to call myself an IS major because that's where I'm going to be and that's where I want to be, you know? But realistically, in terms of that, I'm still technically an IT major transitioning to IS. So, yeah, I'm not official in there yet, but I am taking business courses. I'm taking business law. I'm taking microeconomics, which my professor for that one is a bit of a character, and he actually ran for Senate in my state, which was pretty cool to know and figure out. And I'm also taking a digital technologies class, which is one of the core classes you have to take for information systems, which is the one that I was already set to take because I was already doing an management information systems certificate. So if you guys recalled, I was already set to take an management information systems course, which this is the one that I'm referring to. So yeah, I'm still taking that one because that's required for the degree, obviously. So, I mean, if that course was required for the certificate in management information systems, then obviously it would also be required for the major in management information systems. And then I have 2 online classes, which are also the same ones that I have already planned before, which is just composition and chemistry, which are both online. So yeah, those 2 were the same ones that I already set planned when I was doing the IT courses. So yeah, it was only just half of my courses changed to business calculus, microeconomics, and business law. So it's more business oriented and towards the management information systems program. And I'm looking forward to it. I like the people in my classes. I'm trying to talk to them and get to know them better because in business, you would have to talk to people and network with people and also work together with them. And that's what I'm hoping to do. And I'm also going to be joining business clubs. So not only I will be doing a Vietnamese club, I'm also going to be trying to join business clubs and get to know many people in that college and get to know them better because we have a lot of different people like accounting, finance, business analytics, entrepreneurship, management, marketing, all of that. And even marketing too. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense as to why I changed to management information systems because you guys remember I wanted to do marketing back then, specifically digital marketing. My classes, they're all right. I mean, they're pretty simple. I'm an undeclared major right now, but I will be switching and I hope to do digital marketing. And what exactly is digital marketing? Digital technology and business. And what is management information systems? Digital technology and business. And even when I was doing IT, what did I want to do? An IT major and a management information systems certificate. And you know, what does that mean? IT, digital technology, management information systems, business. So yeah, I always knew my passion was business and technology. And now I found the perfect bridge and middle ground to that. And I'm looking forward to it. I just have to pass business calculus, which I'm not ready for, but I have visited my professor during his office hours, which is already a good sign that I'm willing to learn and he knows me one on one now. So I guess that's a good sign. And yeah, that's my main focus and hope for my second year is to get into the College of Business and pass business calculus. So yeah, this is like my second year expectations, the sequel, but instead of diving deep into what I'm doing in college, it dives deep into more what I'm changing up in terms of my academics. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you for listening to me rant about my billionth change. But I hope you guys are excited because the next video is Criminal Case Pacific Bay. Let's go. Okay, fine. Okay, I have too much energy. I have like 3 coffees today. Well, 2.5. So yeah, I have a lot of energy for me recording this at 11 p.m. And I have to get this video done and edited by tomorrow. So good luck, me. Thank you guys for watching. I love you all. Get out of here now.